that big money comes from when you hit that portal and those schools are recruiting you.
True, and even when players do hit the portal, it's kind of it's a weird thing because typically a lot of players that hit the portal, they're not really playing well to begin with. And so they're like, screw this team. I'm going to go transfer and I'm going to go get a bunch of offers and transfer out. Usually when people transfer, they transfer down. So if you're at a Big Ten level team, typically, someone's transferring to a MAC school. Not saying those teams are less, but, typically, that's where they go. You go from a Big Ten school to a MAC, sometimes SEC to Big Ten. It's kind of like levels in this, in a way.
I feel like you're not really getting much money at the MAC. I mean, there's
No.
certain Groupie 5s where you're going to get money,
Yeah.
but for the most part...
Listen, man, if you're playing on a Wednesday night...
Yeah, when it's raining and Barstool's commentating, like, you're not getting paid that much.
And there's 1,500 people in the stands.
Gotta love Maction, though. Gotta love it. People love it for FanDuel purposes, I mean.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. I mean, there are certainly great teams in the MAC, like with NIU, and you watch, MAC has great football players, and there's a lot of great MAC football players that go to the NFL. They just didn't have the size to go Big Ten or SEC from what, a lot of college coaches thought or,
Yeah, I mean, I like watching the MAC because, that's guys from our area, too, it being the Midwest. So it's like you see guys that you played against, and obviously we're getting older, but we see guys that we know of now because they're from the same area as us.
Yeah.
I mean, there's guys balling all over. Tanner, at Ball State.
He's crushing it.
Yeah,
he's crushing it.
I mean, he got first team.
Did he transfer or no? Is he still at Ball State?
So he was going to go to Louisville.
Okay, I heard about that, yeah.
And I when we were training in the offseason, he said he was heading to Louisville, and I don't really talk to him much. So he ended up staying at Ball State, but he's still doing his job there. I mean, he's still having a good year, but I know sometimes when you do hit that portal, going to the same conference, if you're in the MAC, it's not really a good look for you if you're trying to go to that next level. If you transfer, a lot of scouts will ask, like, why did you transfer down, or why did you just stay at the same level? If you're that good, you should be at, that Power 4 level, they call it now. So they're kind of looking at stuff like that, and that's why I'm like, the portal, it's tricky. I think if you prove yourself that you can be dominant there and you don't hit the portal, then you're saving yourself a lot of risk. Like, there's a chance you could hit the portal and there's not enough openings for you to go to that higher level. You might go to the same conference and dominate, or same division and dominate, but it might not look the same. It might not feel the same unless you stay at that school and you dominate right there. You're like, I've left everything off the table. Like, I've shown I can play. Now you're giving yourself a shot.
Right.